All right, what is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope y'all are staying hydrated. It's very hot out there. All right, and it's August, so it's the middle of summer, so it's super hot. And so you got y'all just got to stay hydrated. If it's all that heat, it's you get dehydrated. It's not good, y'all. It's not good. So you want to make sure you're hydrated. All right. And something else that seems to be kind of brewing, all right? Something else is there's been a little bit of chirping. Okay, we've had a little bit of chirping in the past couple weeks, all right? Between the San Francisco 49ers, who I don't need to explain to y'all who they are. They are our NFC West division rival. They are the team, the other team in California. They are the main rivals of the Rams. It's just always kind of been that way, So generally, it's just a game of football, but it's how do I want a healthy competition is never bad, okay? And well, I don't need to explain to y'all that they teams really don't like each other very much. San Francisco, I'm sure, is feeling a bit salty. Because I'm sure they had the NFC Championship game in the bag. They were all feeling themselves. They were talking about how everyone was talking about everyone was so relieved to watch a team like San Francisco, such a physically dominant team like San Francisco 49ers, who are just dominating teams at the line of scrimmage. It was refreshing, y'all. It was refreshing to some of these sports media pundits in the weeks leading up to the NFC Championship game, and how they were like, it's just such a relief to see such an old school team just lay the smackdown, on these teams. And the Rams the Rams are too soft. They can't handle them, and they're going to get beat. They've been dominated 6 games in a row. San Francisco had us with a 6-game win streak, and they were just going to get us again, which would have been a complete disaster because the NFC Championship game was in our house, okay? It was in the Rams' brand new stadium, and the Super Bowl was in that stadium. Worst case scenario would have been San Francisco eliminates us from the NFC Championship game in our house. San Francisco comes back in 2 weeks, beats the Bengals in our house, wins the Super Bowl. That would have been a disaster. There would have been no coming back from that. They would have had this over us for generations to come. We would have never heard the end of it. Okay? I work with a guy. Love the guy. He's a great guy, hard worker. He's a big San Francisco 49er fan, all right? So every year we have our little back and forth, it's nothing bad. He's a great guy. He's a very hard worker. He's just the kind of a funny guy. We just talk a lot of smack. I've unfortunately lost some money due to the 6-game stretch that we had, to him. But he's a huge 49er fan, all right? And, him, like everyone else, was talking a little bit for that game, but we ended up pulling it out. And, well, it was just one of the sweetest moments watching that entire stadium filled to the brim with San Francisco 49er fans just exiting the stadium. They want to brag about how they took over the stadium and how they outnumbered Rams fans in the stadium. Maybe so, okay? Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't know an exact number. Maybe they did. But oh boy, was it nice to see that sea of red. Just that that the press walk after your team loses the football game, after you spent all day planning, spending all that money to get seats at the stadium, having to fight that traffic, and then only to watch your team lose, and you kind of feel like, why the hell did I even show up today when I could have been watching the game at home, or doing something productive, and so you walk out kind of depressed. That's what it looked like, and it was great to see. But let me reel it back in, okay? Because I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. But there's been a little bit of chirping between these two teams, all right? Aaron Donald said some things. Deebo Samuel said some things, which I will get into. I'll probably do another video with that at some point before the season starts, because I thought that was interesting. But now the latest, Jimmie Ward. Y'all remember Jimmy, right? He explains his beef with the Rams, and he's got quote unquote got no love for him. It's got no love. Okay, fair enough, Jimmy. Let's go ahead and let's see what's bothering you. Rams and 49ers don't like each other very much. It's only natural. Being division rivals, it just comes with the territory. But Jimmie Ward really seems to dislike the Rams. That's fine. He's wants to feel a certain kind of way. That's his business. During an interview on the NFL Network, Ward said the 49ers lost to the Rams in the NFC title game was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. But he's ready to play them again, and he has no love for the division rival. That's fair enough. Fair enough. And let's go ahead and hear what he has to say here. I'll read it out to y'all. He's quoted here. It was heartbreaking. At the end of the day, they figured it out. They were the better team that day, and they won. But other than that, I'm ready to play them. I don't got no love for them. Okay. That's fair. That's a fair statement. It's got a fair statement here. We were the better team that day. We were the far more physical team. San Francisco could not handle how physically dominant we were on the line of scrimmage. Bosa couldn't handle it. You know, our third string tight end completely pancaked him, at least on one occasion I know, and stood him up pretty much the entire game. I don't remember hearing Bosa's name called out that much at all. Of course, it was a while ago. I could not be remembering it right off the top of my head, but he was right. We were the better team. We were the more physical team that day, and we had more grit, and that's why we won that game. Okay, Ward explained, and by the way, that 6-game win streak, that's over and done with. Okay, we're even now. I said this before when it happened in real time. We are even. I don't give a damn about that 6-game win streak. Us booting y'all in the NFC title game in which we ended up winning the Super Bowl makes us even. So now it's a clean slate. And whatever happens from here, happens. We'll see what happens. But Ward explained his beef with the Rams, and it primarily stems from last season. He said after the 49ers beat the Rams twice in the regular season, which they did. They did. That is something that is true. That we were swept, believe it or not, last year by the 49ers. So that is a true statement. He says that the Rams walked off the field without shaking hands. Okay. Then the Rams won the NFC Championship game. Ward said players then wanted to shake hands with the 49ers. Hold up, did I read that right? Okay, then when the Rams won the NFC Championship game, Ward says players then wanted to shake hands with the 49ers. Okay, oh, so he's saying that we did want to shake hands after the NFC title game. And apparently that didn't jive well with Jimmie Ward here. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what he has to say about this subject. He is quoted here, "The only reason I said that, I keep everything on the field. But I just remember when we won both those games last year, I was looking at some of their main players. I was going to shake their hands and all that, but they walk off the field. But when you finally win a game, you want to shake our hands. All right, I got something for you," he said, leaving the interview on that note. Why are you so salty, Jimmie Ward? Why are y'all so salty? Y'all lost the game, all right? You have a good team. You want to get so butthurt about us shaking hands with y'all and not wanting to shake hands before? What is this, Pop Warner? Like, what is this? And by the way, I find it curious that what he's kind of referring to here is that the Rams were, when we lost, we didn't want to show any kind of respect in his mind by shaking their hands, and then when we win the title game, we shake their hands. So he was offended by that because he felt it was disrespectful, I guess, you know. And I find that funny from a team who was doing nothing but throwing cheap shots that entire game. All right, so Kind of your little comment about respect, respect, and how you're offended that we wanted to shake hands, with you. I'm glad we did that. By the way, that's kind of a fu message to y'all. That despite all the cheap shots that your team was committing on the Rams in that title game, we still came out on top. Okay, so you being salty about this, I don't feel bad about this at all. At all, Jimmie Ward. Don't care about that. Take that, whatever. It's this so fake. So fake, man. You and your cheap shots, whatever. Ward had a couple of noticeable incidents against the Rams last season. After picking off Stafford in November's meeting, Odell Beckham Jr. laid a big hit on him, though it was not a dirty hit. Ward said after the game he planned to quote-unquote pay him back next time, and that he waited a long time to hit him. So let's go ahead and watch this. Y'all remember this game? I remember this game. This is the game we got completely obliterated. I think we got beat by like 30 points where they ran the ball 40 goddamn times down our throat. So I got credit to them. They were the physically dominant team in this game. Credit to the Niners here. But let's go ahead and look. Apparently Odell laid the wood on Jimmie here. So let's see. Y'all remember this? This was Odell Beckham's first game. His first game as a Ram. Stafford looks. I hated this decision. In real time, I was like, no, yup. I was like, nope. This was stupid. Hold on. All right, I just don't see the issue there. But I guess Jimmie Ward's just a little sensitive, I guess, that someone else was being physical other than their team. So I don't see the issue there. I don't get why he's so salty about that. But Ward got a chance to hit Beckham in the NFC Championship game. That I do remember. And he put the crown of his helmet into Beckham's face mask after a catch along the sidelines. Beckham wasn't fined for his hit in November, which he shouldn't be. That wasn't a dirty hit. It was clean. Football's a physical sport. But Ward was docked $20,000 for the helmet-to-helmet shot he laid on OBJ. Though, that's a lot of money, I guess, for you and me. But I guess for these athletes, it's not so much. But let's go ahead and watch this here. Oh, look at that. Can we get another angle, please? Can we get it? Yeah, here we go. I remember seeing this in real time. I was pissed. Look at this. Okay. Okay. And Jimmie wants to take his helmet, smack him in the face. That resulted in a 15-yard penalty, I want to say, on top of the reception here, which put us in position. I can't remember if we got a touchdown or field goal or not, but it helped us out. So thank you, Jimmie. Thank you. I hope it was worth it because that definitely helped turn the tide because it was not looking good for us. But your little salty beef here helped us out a lot, so thank you. Thank you. There's clearly some bad blood between Ward and the Rams, and we only have to wait less than 2 months until these two teams square off in week 4. Week 4. Okay, well, there is nothing wrong with a good, spirited rivalry. It gets the blood pumping, gets the fans invested, gets the players invested, and, well, we'll just see how it goes. Sanford, they're a tough team. It's going to be tough again. In fact, I feel like they're the only team that's in the NFC West that's a threat to us winning the division again. I do actually think, depending on how well Trey Lance adjusts, that they will probably make the playoffs again, and there's a chance we could see him again. Y'all need to get ready because there's a chance we could play them 3 times this year again. Again, y'all. Okay, I know they're the division rival, but they're a good team, y'all. They're very, very strong, and they are physical. I like how Shanahan built their team. So these people saying how they're not going to be good this year, I don't buy into that. Don't buy into that. This team is a threat to us, and they are going to be good this year. So the Rams need to get their mind right, and I know they will. I know they will. Okay, because I feel like, nothing would be better than if we swept them this year, beat them 2 times, maybe even 3, go 3-0 this year. That would be incredible. I would love to see it. 3-0. 3-0. But that's going to do it for now. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Football season, y'all. Football just gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? I know it gets my blood pumping, all right? It's about time. You know, I got people talking trash to me just being a Rams fan because we won the Super Bowl and they're salty. All right? People, it's all fun. It's all fun. It's nothing bad. But it gets the blood pumping. All right? It just gets the blood pumping in a positive and spirited manner. Okay? But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Look out for my channel name because my channel name's going to change here pretty soon. Just give y'all a heads up. It's nothing extravagant. Nothing that will set the world on fire. But it will change. So just to give y'all a heads up. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, y'all. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And as always, go Rams.